Hey guys, it's me, Dax Moy from Fit System Training, Fitness Marketing Made Simple, Personal Training Success Academy, blah 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 blah, so many others. Here's another quick tip for you about how to get yourself started offline, okay, offline in your personal training business, so that you can fill your boot camps, you can fill your diary, you can get more, make more of a local impact, okay, without necessarily having to spend too much money. So let's kind of picture the scenario. You've just moved into an area, or you've just qualified and you're just getting into your personal training business right from day one. Okay, so I've already shared with you the Weight Watchers stroke kind of Slimmers World strategy. Here's another very simple one for you. Okay, this one costs a couple of quid, right? You have to spend a little bit of money, but not very much, and it's really as simple as this. Create a talk, okay? Create a presentation of some kind, okay? Again, kind of going back to last video, I spoke about for example, the fallacies of fat loss. There might be, maybe you're a back pain specialist and there are some fallacies about back pain, or kind of 10 ways to treat your own back, or whatever it is. I'm not going to teach you to suck eggs. You're the specialist in your own area. Whatever it is that you do, and whatever it is that most clients come to you to learn, whatever it is that you deliver the best results on, that's really what you want to give your talk on, okay? So, build your talk, and kind of a nice simple 60 to 90 minute PowerPoint presentation. I say PowerPoint, right? I mean, I don't mean death by viewport, but just something for people to kind of see, something that actually makes you stand out a little bit, like you're someone who gives a shit and has actually put something together of value. Okay, because here's the big thing. This is about perception. So you want to put together something of value. You want, in my presentations, we have PowerPoint, but I also have a whiteboard, and I'm kind of drawing, and as I'm talking, I'm scrawling stuff all over the whiteboard. But the PowerPoint actually serves as a means for people to kind of think, oh, right, it's just a perception thing. People think that for some reason you know more, and that you care more about what it is you're presenting because you've bothered to put that thing together, okay? Off the back of that, you also want to print some simple handouts that accompany your talk. And then what do? You want to create some flyers, some very simple flyers, right? Essentially an invitation flyer. And where do you want to distribute them? You want to distribute them in places, again, like the Slimmers World, if they'll take them, and the Weight Watchers. That's a good start. Other groups, like high impact areas, right? So we can deliver in individual doors. We do this in my local area. We actually deliver in individual doors down streets, okay? But first, before you even do that, think about high impact targets, like church gatherings, all right? Kind of if there are any number of churches and temples in your area, that could be a place where you could distribute them, right? I already said the Slimmers World. What about schools? And particularly, what was traditionally for us as a company been, although not as much lately, but traditionally as a company, we also always got quite high feedback from things like primary schools, right? Kind of junior schools, where we're dropping off flyers, and the mums are actually, once they've dropped their kids off, they're coming back out, and we're inviting them along to the talks, right? So now what you get is a localized group of people that become aware of your talk. Now, what do you do with those flyers? The very first thing you do is you don't just give them a flyer and hope that they're going to turn up for the talk, right? They need to register for the talk, or register for more information, which means that they go to one of your squeeze pages on your site, okay? You get them through the squeeze page, you send them some information about what the talk's going to entail, okay? So a little bit more depth on what the talk will entail. Maybe you send them a couple of tidbits, like a few articles, a couple of YouTube videos that you might have shot, because you've now got them in your autoresponder sequence. And now, whether they turn up or not, right? Here's the important thing: whether they turn up or not, a bulk of these people have now moved into your autoresponder sequence. You can now market to them directly. You can have conversations with them about whatever it is that your talk was about. If it's about back pain or female fat loss or whatever it is, your autoresponder is already covering that. But you can continue to keep that conversation going. And even if they don't make this week's talk or next week's talk, whenever you've got it diarised for, you can always, there can be a follow-up. Hey, kind of, Mary, we noticed that you weren't able to make this Tuesday's call. Sorry, this Tuesday's talk. Please come, I'd like to extend the invitation for you to come on this date, right? And you invite them again, and essentially you just keep inviting them. And in between keeping inviting them, you keep sending them lots of really good shit that you've designed that actually supports the entire reason for them subscribing up on your list in the first place. Okay, it's very simple. Now, so you could be scratching your head and you're like, well, I don't have a studio, I don't have my own site. shit, you know, where am I going to run this thing? Again, church and community halls, you can always hire space in those places, okay, usually for next to nothing. Other fitness and leisure centres, they often have kind of meeting rooms that you can hire out. Places like the town hall will have meeting rooms that you can hire out. So this is what I'm saying, it's going to cost you a couple of quid, right? Because what you're going to need, you're going to need to design some flyers, but these can be done professionally, or they can be printed off on your own home computer or just on normal paper. Okay, it's absolutely fine. I mean, we've just recently gone back to experimenting with printing some of our material off just on normal A4 paper, double-sided, and sticking it back out there. One of our articles, we did just that, and it was actually one of the most successful kind of flyering campaigns we ever used, by printing an article just on our own computer, right? But you know, if you want it done a little bit better, a little bit higher quality, send it off to a printers. Get a bunch of them printed. We find that the DL flyers generally tend to convert best, because and if they're on a little bit more card as opposed to kind of flimsy paper, right? Get your flyers printed, drop them in. You know, get them dropped, whether you drop them yourself or drop them in around the local area. High impact areas. Get as many people visiting your site as possible. So you don't want them bypassing that to come straight to you, right? You want them to visit your site. Okay, very, very, very simple. But what this means is you've grown your list, and you can continue to have conversations with them. You can continue to invite them until they bloody well show up. Okay, so it's a nice simple strategy. Below here, I'd like you to kind of tell me what you think of the strategy. If you've used anything like it before, that'd be great to know that you're using it. But if you're, you know, let me know how it goes. Like, if you actually use it, let me know how it goes for you, okay? So there we go. I'm speeding up at the end here because I can see my battery like flashing, and I'm just about to lose battery. So I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Take care.